Hi, my name is Nayan and I'm a motion designer from India. Today I'm going to show you how to create differential growth in 3D Studio Max with tyflow. The way I did this is that I emitted few particles on a spline, give them some random velocity to move them apart, and spawn new particles between them on the basis of distance threshold. Let's say I have two particles, particle 1 and 2 with some velocity, and the distance threshold is 15 units. So when the distance between these two particles reaches 15 units, it will spawn new particle, that is particle 3. When the distance between 1 and 3 and 3 and 2 reaches to 15 unit, it will spawn another two particles 5 and 4. And when the distance between 1 and 5, 5 and 3, 3 and 4, and 4 and 2 reaches to 15 units, it will create or it will spawn new particles. These iteration of spawning leads to this intricate pattern, what we call is differential growth. The beauty is that this is one single line or path, so you can even path constrain a geometry and have it move along the path. Anyways, let's not waste time and start creating this effect. So first we need to emit particles, then we need to give some random velocity, and then we need to spawn new particles on the basis of distance threshold, right? So let's start with emitting particle on a spline. So I'll create circle. You can create any shape you want. I prefer circle. So we start with the circle. Where's my tyflow object? Here you go. I create a tyflow. To emit particle on a spline, we now use both spline. Pick this, my spline, normalize interpolation. And I use normalize interpolation so that I get all the particles evenly distributed. I'll leave the percentage as it is. I'll not try to change that as of now. Let's go to, that's what else I need. I need limiter right now because I don't want my particles to go on Z direction, so I will prefer it on X and Y plane rather than Z plane. Then we need to have some random velocity, right? To have a random velocity, we'll use force. For force, I'll use some curl noise with let's say 0.05 to get big noise patterns. I'll give a slow operator somewhere around 50. Just as of now, let's go with 50. And if you see, we are getting some kind of movement. Wait, yeah. So let's see. There you go. We get some kind of movements, right? This is too much curve, I guess. Let's say 0.5. Slow it down. There you go. Nice. Let's even make it a little more. Let's decrease the scale. Yeah, let's do this way. Let's see what it does. Right? Now we have emitted particles on spline. We have given random velocity. Now we need to spawn particles based on the distance threshold. To do that, we are going to use resample operator and we'll put the timing on continuous. Let's see what I'm going to do, and I'm going to give some distance right now. So if just with 15 threshold, let's see what happens. Okay, so we say this, and you can see there are new particles generated. We need some more particles to be generated. So let's say 10. Some more. We need to decrease the threshold. Let's say I'll keep 5. Not 5, yeah, let's go for 5. And we can see now we can start seeing the pattern generated. See that? What we will do, let's decrease the percentage now to 3 maybe 2 is better. 2, and I need resample at 4. I will explain why 2 and 4, but as of now let's go for that. And you can see, let's increase the frames, and now you can see I'm getting some nice beautiful pattern. This is not what we are looking for, right? We need to increase the scale. This is too less. Let's say 0.1. There you go. Right. We need to constrain them into inside an object. So what we will do is we will create, let's create some shape. Let's create some shape. I will create, let's create an alphabet only. Create this. Let's create an simple Arial black and scale it up, scale even more, put it down here, and let's generate some that's too much. Let's create this, go down. Let's see. So we need to make sure that they are inside this object, right? To do that, we will use surface test. I can use collision also, but I prefer surface test. Somehow I like this one. And go pick this. I say volume inside, and volume outside, and I'll say stop the velocity and everything. Right. So now let's see what happens. It stops over there. It creates more and more and more. The thing is, I'm still not getting what I'm looking for, right? Let's start. Now we need to make sure the particles don't intersect with each other. We need to keep them apart. To do that, we're going to use particle physics. So draw collision. Now let's see what we have got over here. Now here's the thing. Here's this. After a lot of research, I've come up with this value. So this is my values. When I have bird spline at 2%, my resample is at 4. It's almost double. But my particle physics multiple scale radius is half of resample. It has to be always half of resample. So if it is 4, this goes to 2, right? The collision force is 0.05. This is all treated. This is what I say. This is all values after research, after a lot of practice. So you can try your own values, but this is what my values look like. So this is how it is. Now if I do this, I get this weird things, but but you can see now you can actually see what's happening, right? It's all messed up. Let's put a spline to get a better view. Create a spline path, sibling, create new, and let's see what I'm getting now. You see this? This is some weird pattern happening. So to correct that, what we're gonna do is how can we stabilize this whole system? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the particle bind solver, get it to some good high value around 150, see what happens now, and you can see now they're staying apart. See, I still need to get some more curls, so I'm gonna go for 0.5. Let's see what happens now. Oh yeah, now we're getting some curls, right? You see that? Well, it takes a lot of processing powers, that is for sure. But you can see what I'm generating is nice beautiful curves, nice beautiful differential growth. See those intricate patterns. You can even stabilize this by getting this down to somewhere around 1/4, which will even give you a better result. Time step to 1/4. You can see, let's hide even this circle. Tyspline. Let's don't show the icon. And you can see I'm getting this nice differential growth. But why is it taking so much time? Oh, wait. It's the real time is on. I need to off this. Let's see. You see, I'm getting this nice pattern, and we need spline path over here also. So let's say paste instance right here. We need to have particle physics. Not only this, not process, don't process this event, but all the events. Let's go and check what happens now. Now this is force. You can add more velocity operators, and you can get some better result out of it. I can see there is something happening over here. Yeah, there is something really. Oh, it's getting out. Let's see how to. Why is it getting out? What if I have Verify mesh? Let's see now. Does it require some? I think it must be losing. Yeah, nope. That is also not the issue. Let's see. I will get back to you guys. I need to check what is the issue. Thank you. Yeah, the problem was with the surface test, and it's still the surface test. But what I have tried to do over here is I've created this mass with heavy weight. So the moment it comes in this event, they become like really heavy to be moved. So let's see now how it generates, and it will work as of now. You can see it stops over here. You can use collision also. I did not get good results with collision operator. That's why I went for bird spline. But as you can see, we are getting this nice differential growth. It's moving along the path. It's moving along the shape, actually, not the path. I'm really sorry. And you can see that now. Now this is my settings. These are all this is the most simplistic differential growth we can build, right? So bird spline, remember whatever percentage you put it over here, you take resample and double that amount over here to 4. Then we have particle physics whose multiplier has to be 2 and nothing less than that or more than that. The moment I let's see, I keep it 3 over here, right? So if the scale increases 3, you can see there would be some the stability will go off. So you see that? See that? See, and then see it's something we don't know what, but it's something cool too, right? But let's see. But at certain given point, the stability loses, and that's the reason I went for that. that value of 3, value of 2. So let's say if I put a value of 2. Now if you want to increase the design, if you want to if you want to increase the size of the pattern, not the design, what you can do is you can have this as 4. So we'll get this, the distance between them will increase, and then the resample, when this is 4, this has to be 8. Then when this is 8, we need to have this 4. So in this scenario, if you can check, we'll get bigger patterns. See that? I think I'll put some kind of speed velocity also. Where is it? Yeah, let's put speed. Let's have that. Let's have that at to velocity. Let's give some kind of one random horizontal, right? Let's see what happens now. Give some more 0.5, and we get a nice, let's set velocity, increase this to something like big amount, and oh, it has to be on continuous mode. My mistake. I was wondering what the hell is happening. And you can see now the speed. See the, we're getting bigger designs, bigger patterns. Let me hide this. And there you go. This is how I have done differential growth. It's very easy to do in tyflow. And this is as simple as possible. Then you can add all you want to do is you can give some kind of random mass, so that certain particles move at certain speed, certain particles won't move at certain speed. You can add more and more velocity operators to get better effect. You can even this is on an XY plane, but you can have it on a surface also, right, with object bind. So you can do all different kind of stuff with this, different kind of you can have different kind of shapes and whatever you want to do. But this is how I've done differential growth. I hope you like this tutorial. Uh, now we will move to, let's say, how I did the three-dimensional one, this one, how I did this. I'm not going to show how I did this. In fact, what I'll do is I'll open the file and I will try to explain you the whole flow, which is very simple. It's almost the same thing, but done in a three-dimensional, done in XYZ environment. So I'll get back to you once I open the file. I'll get back to you. As of now, thank you very much, and I hope you like this tutorial. So here's the flow of differential growth 3D. The only difference over here is that in the 2D differential growth, what I have done is I had used particle physics, but over here I have used NVIDIA physics. I used particle physics in this also, but I found NVIDIA physics more stable and more robust in this scenario or in this environment. Else everything is almost the same. As I've given birds flying with 5%. Here's my object. I given a resample on a continuous node with a distance 12. So over here I have not used 5 and 10, but I have increased the threshold to 12. Well, you can use 10 also, but I have used 12 in this. There's no problem with that. I have to use a shape operator because NVIDIA physics requires some kind of shape. So I've given geosphere low resolution, and you can see 700, which was almost half of 12. So 12 half is 6, which goes to 600 for the scaling properties over here. but I gave 700 again. See, again, the whole idea is when you try to do research and development, again, your benchmark setting changes in certain scenarios. So my benchmark setting got a little tweaked over here. Rather than 600, I went for 700 to stabilize the effect. uh, Slow speed, which was not much given to this. You see the force curl was given. It depends on what's curl, what settings. It all depends on your setting. It doesn't depend on my setting on this scenario. I have not given any speed operator, but I can give speed operator and change my effect to something else, and it's all depend. Physics shape is given, nothing change. I think what I've done over here is I've reduced the impulse. I think why I did over here is because so that it doesn't ripples much, so that this impulse gave me this smooth feel to it. Damping didn't work out with that. I mean, even if I give 0.005 or 1 was not didn't change to anything. The send out operator was all to give this effect, give this falling effect, nothing else. But the differential growth is all happening in this event 002, and you can see it's very simple, very simple. This is the basic setting to create a differential growth. After that, what kind of patterns you're looking for, what kind of structure you're looking for, it's all up to you. But this is the basic thing. The settings, as you know, whatever percentage over here is, the resample has to be double or a little more than that, and the shape, the size or the scale radius of particles physics, or a shape radius or a scale has to be half of the resample. Basically the shape has to be like not more than the distance between the particles, nothing more than that. So this is the basic setting of this, which eventually created this nice differential growth. I gave spline path. The splines have been given. I've given little spline relax, just so that I don't get too much of what do you say, uh, corners. And then spline measure is given, nothing else. And there you go. This is what you get. Simple and pleasant to watch. Well, it's simple because it's tyflow. Thank you, Tyson, for developing this wonderful plugin. Thank you guys for watching my tutorial. I hope you liked my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. And please don't forget to like the tutorial too. Thank you.